Hey YouTubers, so I have this weird, crazy, wacky theory, and honestly it just kind of stems from a video I did about a week ago where I was talking about why Dragon Ball Super should introduce the Super Saiyan 4 transformation into the canon version, or whatever you want to think canon is, honestly, for any stretch of the word for what Dragon Ball actually is. But one of the things Dragon Ball Super has really been doing and giving us this throughout its run is basically just kind of winks and nods to stuff that's kind of either been previously shown or something and kind of working it into the story in one way or the other. I mean, the perfect example of that is Kale from Universe 6 being kind of a Broly lookalike, even though she's like a female, this legendary like Super Saiyan, something like that. So I thought of this is something that I would really like to see, and honestly it could be exclusive. That's the whole point, is this form could be exclusive to like one particular character in order to show just how much powerful they are, or just have a different form of Super Saiyan for one particular character while everyone else has their own unique transformations. And honestly, this is something that I think I would just really like to see personally, even if it didn't necessarily mean like strict power. When it came to fighting everyone else, it would just be different and something that would either sell more toys or get people more hyped to see kind of things coming in one way or another. And I'm not necessarily talking about the Super Saiyan 4 transformation that came from Dragon Ball GT. I'm not talking about power levels. I'm not talking about the Golden Azaru. I'm not talking about anything. I'm literally just talking about the design of the form being given to one particular character, or maybe even a group of characters, and trying to make it make sense into like whatever world Dragon Ball Super is actually trying to build. So the one thing I would really like to see is, so we know, one of the things they're doing in the background of every episode for the last couple of weeks is having Kaba go around and trying to convince people to actually join the team for Universe 6, because Champa wants basically more Saiyans. He's seen just how much power and how much potential Saiyans have, and he wants to kind of utilize that same, I guess, pool of expertise, that pool of just, I guess, power that is potential in Saiyans. And obviously, I know if you watch like MJ, or if you watch like Geekdom, they've talked about this at length before, just how much potential Universe 6 Saiyans have as opposed to Universe 7 Saiyans. It's crazy amount. It's way more in that case. And so if you take it that way, if you just take it like these guys are just have like a lot of potential but don't necessarily have tails and don't necessarily know what the Super Saiyan transformation is, so they have to figure it out what that is on their own. Basically, when we met Kaba, he kind of indicated that they had grown beyond the use of tails, and they had evolved out of that, and they didn't necessarily know what the Super Saiyan transformation was. In the last couple episodes, it's really apparent, even his old master didn't really know what the Super Saiyan transformation was, or just how powerful it could be. And because they don't have tails, a lot of people don't really expect for them to have basically any type of Azaru power-up that would bring up a lot of their power, or just a huge amount of it at any given time, something that was either triggered by the night or something that was triggered by, I guess, some kind of technique like Vegeta used when he fought Goku. But personally, that's something that I would really like to see, and personally something that I think would be really cool is, say, like, because they evolved out of the need for their tails, but they still had some kind of transformation that would bring out that kind of animalistic part of them, while not necessarily going like this kaiju Azaru ape form, like Vegeta and Goku and Gohan and everyone else that we saw do it. I think that would be kind of cool to just sit there and see. Maybe Caulifla. I mean, I don't necessarily know about giving this transformation to a girl, but I think that would actually be kind of cool if in the Tournament of Power, in order to transform, if she doesn't necessarily get the Super Saiyan transformation, even though Kaba has promised to show her the Super Saiyan transformation, she basically utilizes that type of technique where she makes like a ball of energy and throws it up into the void of nothingness that this tournament ring is, and uses that like lunar-esque light to basically transform into something that looks a lot like the transformation from Super Saiyan 4. And then maybe if she even gets the Super Saiyan transformation, she doubles it, because a lot of people, and myself included, have basically talked about in the past how unbelievably strong an Azaru, like a Golden Azaru, should be, because it's a 10 times multiplier on top of a 50 times multiplier. And I mean, that's potentially really huge if you consider it like that, because there's no reason why the multiplier shouldn't stack on each other like that. So you have, 10 times your base plus, then like plus 50 times that base, or times 50 times that 10 times your base. So it'd be really huge. And if that is Caulifla's basically her ability or her unique transformation different from everyone else. So you have Kaba basically have his Super Saiyan transformation where he's really powerful, but then you have the two Saiyan women who they've just introduced actually be more powerful than him, because Kale has her legendary Super Saiyan form that, she roids out and gets like really mad and mean and everything. And then you have Caulifla, who has this kind of dual Super Saiyan 4-esque type of transformation with some kind of Super Saiyan transformation on top of it, where she's basically a Super Saiyan 4 lookalike, but with like a golden hair form. I think a lot of people would actually kind of really dig that. I think a lot of people actually wanted to see that. I believe, honestly, before Toriyama got back involved with the Battle of the Gods movie, that's what everyone wanted, or that was the art style for what Super Saiyan 4 was going to be, or Super Saiyan God, I mean. It was going to be kind of a nod and a wink to Super Saiyan 4. But with like golden hair and everything, it was going to be Super Saiyan God. But we ended up getting the Super Saiyan God that we actually got. But my point is like, if this was already something they basically thought about going into this particular arc or this particular series with the story of Battle of Gods, then why not basically take that forward and make it the best possible thing they actually can, and give it uniquely to somebody who we just met, or maybe not even somebody that we're actually going to see a lot. So imagine just the utter like fandom outbreak what we'd have when we have like basically this one girl who has the legendary Super Saiyan, and then another girl who has the Super Saiyan 4 transformation with the golden hair, and then we have Kaba and all this other stuff that we could potentially get in this particular tournament. I'm just saying it would be pretty awesome, and for me personally, I think it makes sense because they don't necessarily know what the Super Saiyan 4 transformation is, and for the life of me, I can't remember whether or not anyone said, and especially in the later episodes, no one does say that they don't understand like transformations in general. They just don't know what the Super Saiyan transformation is. So I mean, guys, that's just all I have to say about this. Even just tell me what you think about this. Is it a good theory? Is it a bad theory? Is it something that should happen or whatnot? Tell me in the comment section below. Do not forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share this video out to all your friends, and subscribe if you're new, and we're going to catch you next time. Bye.